So welcome back, guys. We're now covering the autoresponder. This is where it gets serious. This is where the money is made, okay? Now it's as it happens, we've just landed on a page on JVZoo. This is actually as we're filming this as of today. Okay, so a product that I set up many months ago is made me $222 just today. This is today's seller snapshot, and also today's affiliate snapshot. If we just go show, is $254, and that's just from 9 sales. Okay, I've sent 28 people, and we've generated 9 sales just today. Okay, so that's nearly $500 from one day's work. Okay, and it's not even a day's work. This is from something that I set up many months ago, and then this is actually just, as we mentioned in the previous module, how close to push button software you can get. You remember when we was covering sales page and sales copy, and I was talking about push button. Okay, now this is as close to push button you can get. What I've done today is I've created an email with my autoresponder, and I've sent it out to my email list, and it's only to quite a small segment of my list. That's generated 36 clicks, which 28 have been unique visitors, which has generated 9 sales. Now these 9 sales have generated $428 in gross, which has resulted in me earning $254 in commissions. Okay, now that's just from me writing one email this morning and sending it out. Okay, so this is why the autoresponder is the business. Okay, this is why it's probably, or if not, the most important tool in your online business. What we're going to be looking at in this module is how to set it up. Your GetResponse email autoresponder account with JVZoo. Okay, now for some reason, and I've mentioned it before, but for some reason, when you try and capture leads who are customers, who are paying customers via PayPal, most autoresponders only capture 70% of the paying customers' email addresses and add them to your list. Don't ask me why, I have no idea, okay? But for some reason or somehow, JVZoo has formed a kind of alliance with GetResponse, obviously for JVZoo to make some commissions, but they formed an alliance. And what's resulted in this alliance is that now when you add your product with your GetResponse account through JVZoo, this then results in you capturing 90% or at least 90% of your customers' email addresses. Now, don't quote me on the 90% because when I've looked back through my actual products and email lists and the sales, the number of sales, not all of them have tallied up to 90%. I've actually been quite short on one or two different products, but a message to JVZoo support and also contacting GetResponse support has managed to sort the issue out, and I've managed to get my leads that I'm missing. So what we're going to look at is we're going to look at setting up our GetResponse account through JVZoo. Okay, dead simple, really simple, but you have to register your GetResponse account through JVZoo. You also need to create your email lists, your autoresponder lists through JVZoo, and I'm going to show you how. And then what we're going to look at is automation, okay, segmenting your lists. So what I mean by that is for each product in your funnel, you're going to have a separate list. So your front end offer, you're going to have a front end list. So people who come through to the sales page, who purchase the front end offer, are then added to your front end list. You're then going to have another list set up for your upsell. So people who buy the front end are then taken directly to the upsell sales page. People who buy the upsell are then added to your upsell list and removed from your front end. Okay, this is what we call automation. So They bought the front end, they go to the upsell sales page, they buy the upsell. They're then removed from the front end list but added to the upsell list. So what this creates is it gives you more space and more opportunity. So you have your front end customers who you know are buyers, but they've only spent $7 on your product. They've not been willing to spend another $47 in your upsell. Okay, so what you can do with these customers is you can market your upsell to them in your follow-up sequence. So for the first 5, 10, 15 emails in your follow-up, you could promote your upsell to your front-end customers' email list. Okay, and then those people who buy the upsell through your follow-up sequence are then removed from the front-end list and added to the upsell list. Now, with the upsell list, you have a clear idea of who is willing to spend money. Okay, so your front end costs $7, so you know the people on that list are willing to spend $7. However, the upsell costs $47. So now you know that these people on this email list are willing to spend more. They're willing to dig a bit deeper inside their wallet or the purse or the credit card and spend a bit more. So now what you can do is you can either promote an upsell further up the funnel or further deeper down inside the funnel to this list, or these customers on this list are going to be more responsive and more likely to purchase a higher ticket offer. So let's get started. Let's go and have a look at how we set up a get response account inside JVZoo. So as we already said, we're inside JVZoo right now. So what we would want to do is one of two things. We can either hover over sellers and we can scroll down to other, and then we can hit get a JVZoo get response account. Or you can just hover over my account and you can do exactly the same, hover over get response and then select get a JVZoo get response account. So we'll hit that. So you can see here straight away JVZoo are making it clear that you can get 100% of your buyers on your list instantly. Now, in my case, that's not the case. However, for some people it may be. I'm not too sure, but it's definitely a lot more than other autoresponder services. So now what you do is you create your account. So your get response login could be your name, Thomas Owen, or whatever your business name, whatever login name you wish to have. Then your password, your first name, and your email. You then create exclusive free get response account for JVZoo, and then you'd be able to then log into get response with your chosen login details and monitor all your stats within. Now, one thing I do want to point out is when you create your JVZoo account or JVZoo get response account, you get a 30-day trial. Okay, now this is a completely free trial for 30 days using get response, and what you'll have is JVZoo will email your API key. Okay, this API key is what's used within GetResponse. So this is what you use when you want to integrate your GetResponse autoresponder account with other types of software, including JVZoo. Now, after your 30-day trial, your API key will be able to be located within your GetResponse account. Okay, because you're on a 30-day trial, you don't have an API key within your account inside GetResponse. After the 30-day trial, when you become a paying customer, that's when you get your API key and you'll be able to locate it inside your account. So during the trial, JVZoo will email you it to your chosen email address and you'll be able to access it that way. So let's take a peek and have a look at how you set up your lists. So now what you do is again either go into sellers and again to others, and then you can add list to get response account, or yet again hover over my account, scroll down to get response and then add list to get response account. So we'll select that. You'd then create a new list campaign name. So I'm going to call this test 1 2 3 3 2 1, and you can see straight away your list has been created. Now my API key has automatically come up because this is my account. My GetResponse account is through JVZoo, so they know it already. However, I'm not too sure if it will do. It's been a long time since I set up my GetResponse account through JVZoo, so I'm not too sure. If not, then it's in your email. Okay, JVZoo will have emailed it to you, so you can just copy it and paste it into this API key section. Then set the default GetResponse campaign. So if you were wanting to use the list that you just created, you can see I've got test 1 2 3 3 2 1 here. Then you'd select that. This would be your default GetResponse campaign. What you'll also notice is if we go over to GetResponse now, and here we are inside the dashboard, if I go over to the top right corner where it says your current campaign and shows the drop box, this is displaying all the email lists that you have. So if I was to go to campaigns list just down here and scroll down, we should be able to find, yep, here it is, test 1 2 3 3 2 1. Okay, this is inside GetResponse. So we've set our list up inside JVZoo, and it's automatically registered inside our GetResponse account, and it's ready and waiting. So what we'd then do is we'd come back to GetResponse and we'd set up our list for the front end. We'd set up our list for our upsells, each upsell through the funnel. We'd also set up a list for our prospects for our squeeze page. Okay, so we'd set up a list for each product inside the funnel. Then if we go to seller's dashboard and we scroll down to our products, when we're adding our product or editing, you can select edit. You can then go over here and autoresponder integration section, your autoresponders GetResponse, your API key, and then you can select what list you want to use. Notice again we've got the test 1 2 3 3 2 1 already there. So this is my front end list, so I'm leaving it as front end. So that's how you set up your JVZoo GetResponse account and JVZoo GetResponse lists. So let's head on back over to GetResponse. Now, in the previous module, we looked at how to set up web forms for our squeeze page. Okay, so every time you set up a squeeze page or opt-in page, when you need the code for the opt-in form, that's when you create a web form for whichever list you're wanting to use. So what you'd do is you'd select which list you want to use from your current campaign, select add, create a web form, and then create the web form, copy the code like we did and paste it into this section, which either your element in opt-in optimized press, or if using the HTML templates, paste it into the HTML template code. Now what we're going to look at is adding your follow-up sequence to each of your product email lists. So I'm going to go over to the current campaign. I'm going to select my front-end product list, and we're going to create an autoresponder. Okay, so create autoresponder. Now notice how this is 0 on day 0. This means that this is going to go out immediately as soon as somebody opts in or purchases the product. Okay, as soon as that email address integrates with our autoresponder, then this first email is going to go straight to their email address. So what we do is we create new email, and then you could give your message a name. So for instance, 5-figure funnel profits, and this could be the first email, and this is just going to be a welcome aboard, just for simplicity. Then you choose which email address you want it to be sent from. If your email address isn't listed, then you just simply click add new from email address. I'm just going to click this for simplicity, and then click next step. Now you've got a range of templates which you can choose from. I mean, these templates, I never use them. Totally up to you, your style of business, whatever niche you're in. If it's something relevant to your niche, then by all means you can maybe have a go and see if there's anything there. But for me, I click start from scratch and I select a blank template. Simply drag the text block over here. So this is what I would write for my first email in the follow-up sequence. So it reads, "Hi there, welcome to the inside of 5-figure funnel profits. Step 1 of 2, watch this." And then a link. Now this link would be linking to a video which I've created for the back end, okay? So remember at the start we talked about the money's made in the back end a lot of the time from webinars. So this video would be promoting and making sure people realize that they need to register for this high ticket program, for this high ticket webinar. Obviously the webinar isn't just one pitch, okay? This webinar is going to contain lots of juicy, valuable training, okay? So they get on that, they register for that, I make them realize that that's the first thing they need to do. Okay, and then the second step is access your product. So they can go to JVZoo, and again I've linked it, they can click on that link, go to JVZoo, sign in, find their recent purchase of 5-figure funnel profits, and then click the view details, and within the pink box will contain their username and password. And then you can go to the link below that, 5figurefunnel.net, access all areas, and then that's going to take them there, okay? So that's the first email. The first email is always a welcome email. Now, it's to welcome them, thank them for their purchase, and also provide them with their purchase as well. They give them access, remind them where they can get it, okay? So you don't sell anything else. Now, in the next few emails, what you'd be doing is you'd be, for the front end, so this is for the front end list. So now the second email would maybe be an introduction to who I am. So they get to know me, they get to trust me, or I earn a bit of trust. We establish a bit of a relationship. And then maybe in the PS, I drop a link for my upsell. Okay, so then this is why it's really important to automate and segment your lists, because if you're all inside one list, all your customers of each product, so your front end customers and all your upsell customers are all within one list, then if you promote your upsell to this list, some of those customers inside your list there, inside this main list, have already bought that product, so why the heck would you want to promote that product again to them? That's just going to really piss them off. So by segmenting them, people who then buy the upsell are removed from the front end list and added to the upsell list. So now you can promote that upsell to your front end list all day long, and it's to people who haven't bought it yet. So what you do is, after you write in your initial welcome email like so, we'd click next step and then save and publish. So now you can see on this calendar that our welcome email is in the top left corner on 0 days. So now for our next email, we'd click the 1, and now again, same process, we'd click create new email, and we'd title it a different subject. And this is where you'd be on your own if you haven't purchased the second upsell. Remember, after purchasing this platinum package, you were taken to the sales page of the Done For You service. Okay. Now, within that Done For You service, we've actually put together autoresponder follow-up sequences for you to just simply copy and paste and add your own links and just paste it straight into your follow-up sequence for each of your front end, your upsell 1 and your upsell 2. Okay, so that's all taken care of. So I'm not going to be going through each and every email, each and every follow-up sequence. So what you do is you'd focus on building trust, building a relationship with your subscribers, but also promoting your upsell, okay? But never promoting the second upsell. You want to get your customers through the funnel. So for the front end follow-up sequence, people who've bought the front end product, within that follow-up sequence, you'd promote the first upsell, okay? So every email in your follow-up sequence would promote the first upsell. So then people who buy the first upsell from these emails in the follow-up sequence are then removed from the front end list, added to the upsell 1 list, and then in your upsell 1 list follow-up sequence, you'd promote the upsell 2. Okay, so within that follow-up sequence, you'd promote upsell 2, and then when people buy upsell 2 within that follow-up sequence, they'd then be removed from their upsell 1 email list, added to the upsell 2 email list. Your goal is to get every single front-end customer through the funnel and into that upsell 2 email list. And suffice to say, we also need to think about your free customers, the customers who have been opted in for the free giveaway, who didn't buy the front end product, but instead clicked the exit pop-up to stay on the page, were taken to the opt-in page, opted in their email address in exchange for a free giveaway. So with that email list, you're then promoting the front end offer. Okay, so the $7 offer or the $9, whatever your front end price is, you're promoting that to your freebie seekers. So they then buy the front end offer and are added to that list. They then buy the upsell 1 and then added to that list, and then they buy the upsell 2, then added to that list. Then you can maybe think about promoting high ticket offers just to the people who have proved to you that they're willing to fork out for not only the front end offer, not only the upsell 1 offer, but also the upsell 2 offer. So now what we're going to look at is how to automate it, how to segment your list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this drop down box in the top right, your current campaign, and I'm just going to quickly hover over each of my lists. So this is the 5-figure prospects, okay, the one that I'm hovering on now. This is for the opt-in page, so people who opt into the 5-figure who don't buy the front end 5-figure funnel profits and who click the exit pop-up are then going to be directed to the opt-in page where they'll opt in to receive a free giveaway, and in return will be added to my prospects list. So this list that I'm hovering on. The one above it is 5-figure funnel profits. So this is the front end list. So people who buy the front end product are going to be added to this list. Then I've got the 5-figure funnel platinum list. This is for this platinum package that you're watching now. So you're on this list, okay? You're in the platinum list. And then finally, 5-figure funnel done for you. Okay, this is the final upsell, the second upsell, the done for you service. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select 5-figure funnel profits. And I'm going to show you how to automate everything. So what you do is you'd select, first off, you'd create all your 4 lists within JVZoo as we showed before. So you'd create your free giveaway list, your prospect list, your front end list, your upsell 1 list, and your upsell 2 list. You'd then inside here, you'd select your front end offer, you'd go down to automation, and what you do, I've already done it, but just so I can show you again, you can see here the rule is already added. If contact subscribes to 5-figure funnel profits, which is this list that I'm on, then have them removed from 5-figure prospects campaign. Okay, so if a contact subscribes, if the same email address subscribes to my front end offer, then have them removed from my prospect opt-in list. Okay, that's basically what it reads. So what you do is you go to choose a rule, and what you do is select if subscribed, then remove. So select that, and then you'd select the from box. So because I'm in my front end offer list, remember I selected it in the your current campaign list, then this list, we'd want them removed from my prospects list, okay? So by adding this, it's going to bring up my rule that's already here. So if a contact subscribes to 5-figure funnel profits front end, then have them removed from 5-figure prospects campaign, okay? Simple as that. Then what we do, when we've done that, we then move on to the next step in our funnel, which is the platinum package. So I'll select that, and again you can see I've already added the rule. If contact subscribes to 5-figure funnel platinum, then have them removed from 5-figure funnel profits. So if the same email address subscribes or purchases the platinum package from the front end email list, again what you do is you hit this choose a rule. If subscribed, then remove, and then subscribe, and then choose which list to remove them from. So in this case, it'd be 5-figure funnel profits. Add rule, and then move on to your final one, which is the done for you service. And again, you'll see that I've already added it. If contact subscribes to 5-figure funnel done for you, then have them removed from 5-figure funnel platinum. And again, you do the same. If subscribed, then remove. And this time you'd remove them from the platinum and you'd add rule. So let's head on back over to JVZoo. So I'm here within the 5-figure funnel profits product. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly show you that we've got get response added. You've got my API key, and then you can see their list name 5-figure funnel profits. Okay, if I go back to the seller's dashboard and we go to the platinum package, hit edit, and we go to autoresponder integration, same API key, get response, but this time we've got platinum campaign. Okay, back to seller's dashboard, and let's this time go to done for you service, edit, same API key, this time done for you campaign. Okay, get response, we've set it up within get response that when the customer buys a front end product, they're taken off the prospect list and added to the front end list. When they buy the platinum package through the JVZoo buy buttons, they're taken off the front end list and added to the upsell one list. When they buy the done for you service, they're taken from the platinum package list and added to the done for you service list. Okay, so we're filtering customers through our funnel, and the end goal is to get them as far through the funnel as you can. Now, obviously, when they get to the end of the funnel and when they're on the last product, you've got a couple of options. You either keep them there and you just mail and promote different products and maybe promote other products of yours and high ticket offers, or you can move them into another funnel. Okay, so you could maybe promote another funnel that you've set up, and you could just market in that and try and filter them again through that funnel. Okay, maximizing profits is what it's all about. So in short, that's your, in short, I say in short, to me that doesn't seem that short. I can feel my voice starting to go, but yeah, so that's the overview of setting up your JVZoo get response account, adding get response lists, and then adding follow-up sequences and also automation within get response. Now, whilst we're on JVZoo here and adding a product, I just want to show you one thing which we did briefly cover when we were setting up the funnel, but what it is the webinar integration. As you'll have seen on my product access page in the previous module, remember I had the welcome video, and below that I had an image which was leading to a webinar, a high ticket product, right? A high ticket coaching program. So if you have GoToWebinar, or if you're wanting to do similar and promote a high ticket product, high ticket coaching webinar via GoToWebinar, then what you can do is you can add the GoToWebinar URL into this box in your product. So now everyone who buys this product is automatically registered to your webinar. Okay? Really cool stuff and very, very powerful tool. So now what we're going to do quickly is we're going to jump it back across to get response, and we're going to hit the dashboard. So what I quickly want to show you is if you're wanting to just, we've seen how we set up a follow-up sequence, your autoresponder sequence, but if you want to just mail out a promo, an affiliate promotion, then what you need to do is hover over messages and create newsletter, and then hit new email creator. And then as the same page as before for the follow-up sequence, you name your message, you give the subject line and what email address you're sending from, and then you're taken to the exact same page where you start a blank template, add the text box, and then add whatever you need to add, okay? And that's how you send a newsletter or broadcast email. Okay, so that's the autoresponder done and covered. We're now going to move on to recruiting affiliates, how to recruit JV partners and affiliates. So this is going to be a big one, guys. So I'll see you in the next module.